Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. We've got a Diablo 4 video here because of an important blue post coming down from Blizzard that you're definitely going to want to know about, because we're getting clarification on all of these tools and different things that are emerging in Diablo 4 that everyone's excited to use and try out. But you definitely want to be careful because we could be seeing some bans coming down if you find yourself in the wrong situation. And I think this post is mainly revolving around something called Turbo HUD. Now, I've been in the Diablo community for about 13 years. And I'm very familiar with a lot of this stuff and how it's kind of evolved throughout the years in the Diablo community. So I'm going to keep you in the loop on what you need to know to keep your account safe and all that stuff. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so we've got this article coming down from Icy Veins talking about Blizzard's stance on unauthorized game modifying software. Now, there have been many tools shared around the Diablo 4 community that have some dubious interaction with Blizzard's rules on outside software. Today, we have clarification from Blizzard explaining their stance on these type of tools. These cheats and unauthorized modifications have a pretty broad definition, but today, Turbo HUD 4 got called out specifically. And yeah, this becomes really difficult because Blizzard has been kind of vague about some of this stuff, or they've either taken like a don't ask, don't tell kind of a stance. It's really hard to get concrete blue posts officially from Blizzard on some of these things that like is something that overlays the altars while you're running around. Is that cheating? Probably. I guess it kind of, but it's like a web browser. It just like lays over your game. So is that cheating? Some of this stuff really needs a clarification because there's some stuff that's super obvious. Like if you're duping items, that's hacking. If you load into a dungeon and you have a full map hack, okay, that's obviously cheating. There's some things that are obvious, but there's some things like tools and stuff that are coming out there where it's a little bit of a gray area. But today, it looks like we're getting this blue post here specifically clarifying about Turbo HUD, which is a tool that's been around in the community for a long time. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I want to read this blue post for you. So Blizzard's official statement is, "We are committed to keeping the world of Sanctuary a safe and fair place for all players, and our game security team constantly monitors for cheats and unauthorized modifications. All Diablo 4 players agree to the Blizzard EULA as a condition of playing the game. The Blizzard EULA explicitly prohibits cheating, bots, hacks, and any other unauthorized software which automates, modifies, or otherwise interferes with the game." So that last one, like modifies or otherwise interferes with the game, that is a wide sweeping, thing that can encompass many things. So that's why it really becomes tough and we need clarification from Blizzard on some things. So it's nice they're giving us concrete clarification on the Turbo HUD tool, and they say this is important for player security as well as the game's long-term integrity, which I 100% agree with. I don't want like bots or anything out there that's going to be ruining the economy or the game experience or anything like that, so I'm with them there. With that in mind, we want to make it clear that Turbo HUD 4, like any game modifying software, is prohibited for use in Diablo 4. Players who install this kind of software will put their accounts at risk for disciplinary action, which can include permanent suspension. Thank you for players for keeping Sanctuary safe for all. So, okay, what is Turbo HUD 4? I don't know specifically what this tool does, but I am familiar with the tool Turbo HUD because it was in the Diablo 3 community for like 8 or 9 years, and what it is it's an overlay that's going to give you some sort of information in game. It's either going to like give you more clarification, like it'll do something like put your actual health number on your health globe. It'll give you different sorts of like data and numbers. It'll kind of like overlay on the screen. I did a video like 5 years ago talking about what Turbo HUD was, so I'm familiar with what this probably is, but I don't know specifically what it does in Diablo 4. It's going to be some sort of numbers or text overlay that gives you more information, and Blizzard is making sure to clarify that if you care about your Diablo 4 account, you probably, they're in a roundabout way saying, hey, if you don't want to get banned, you probably shouldn't use this. But my thing is, like, why do we need a third-party overlay for some of this stuff? Like, why can't Blizzard? I mean, the game has made $850 million or so in revenue. Why can't Blizzard just hire someone to produce something that people can overlay that's endorsed by Blizzard and be like, hey, if you want access to some of these like higher end numbers and data and you want the clutter on your screen that gives you more data, here's this official Blizzard permission overlay that those of you hardcore gamers who want more data can have access to. Like, why can't that be a thing? And then Blizzard can oversee it and make sure that it's not doing anything wrong other than just being like more information on the screen. It's not going to be like a map hack or anything like that. Why is that such a difficult thing to do for Blizzard just to officially endorse one? And obviously players are clamoring for stuff like this, or things like this wouldn't get popular. You have the resources, you have the money, you have the team that could very easily provide this. If the community can do it, if just like passionate players and people in the community can do it, why can't we just get some of this official stuff in the game, or have like an option in game, like toggle overlay on or off to get like those numbers plastered on your screen if you are really interested in seeing stuff like that? Or I wish Blizzard would like reach out to these developers maybe and say like, we'll allow your overlay as long as it is just providing like clarification, like text pop-ups and stuff like that. We'll allow you to do that, but we're going to check over your versions and make sure you're not doing anything that we're not going to be okay with, and we have to approve every addition and stuff like that. And I've seen this in other games that I cover. I have a channel for a mobile game called Raid Shadow Legends, and there is a tool in Raid Shadow Legends that's kind of similar to Turbo HUD. It's actually even crazier than Turbo HUD. It'll like automate the game for you. But mobile games are a little bit different, and it's called RSL Helper, Raid Shadow Legends Helper. And the main developer for Raid Shadow Legends, they watch over RSL Helper and they kind of give them the green light on features they will or won't allow. And Blizzard could do the same thing for something like Turbo HUD or some of the most popular tools out there, and then we could have a good middle ground where players that are hardcore gamers can have access to some of this more data and some of these other overlays, while Blizzard could officially oversee it and make sure they're not like using their name to make a bunch of money or have features in there that Blizzard doesn't want in there. I feel like it could be a win for everybody, instead of just flat out saying like, we're not going to explore any of that stuff, we're just going to shut it down. But anyway, long story short, be careful out there and don't use any tools that are going to be in game affecting Diablo 4, or you could be risking your account. And if you ever have questions or you're curious or whatever, drop it down below in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter and all that. I'm in the Blizzard Partner Program, and I will always make sure here on my channel that we are staying above board and we're not risking our accounts from getting banned. So if you ever want clarification on something, feel free to hit me up and I'll do everything I can to either give you clarification, or if I don't know the answer, I will go try and find if it is something that Blizzard is okay with or not. Because right now, Diablo 4 is within the first couple months of release, and we're going to start to see all of these websites and all of these tools and all of these different things start to get developed and be out there in the community. So I want to make sure and cover this on the channel so that you don't put your account at risk and we're all able to play Diablo 4. But okay, I have got some build guides to work on today, so I'm going to get back to that. But I thought this was definitely something important enough to warrant a video and make sure that we are all on the same page in terms of Blizzard's stance on some of these tools and modifications and things coming out within the game. So I appreciate all of you. It would mean a lot to earn your sub down below if you enjoy daily Diablo 4 content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks. Peace.